Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? So, I just thought I'd announce that on February 5th, they will be giving 10% on that day, and then they're also going to be giving 5% on February 28th for Aptoids. So, if that is something of interest to you, make sure to check that out in the description down below. But without further ado, currently I'm about 49 million or so. Given where we are in the game, you might be wondering kind of what my overall thoughts are, and really maybe more or less kind of a couple of things that kind of stand out to me that makes this game kind of unique from all the other games that are out there. Now, I will point out that, as far as like kind of the grind, right? The honor challenge is pretty much where you're going to get all your good loot. Like all the good money you loot is all in the incentive chest, as far as I can tell. But your guards and such, I mean, there's such a wide variety of guards, and it's really kind of like luck of the draw in a way, with a lot of the ones that are out there that you'll randomly grab. And, it's like one of those things where it's obviously you're going to have certain guards that are going to be more beneficial depending on what you're doing and how you're playing the game. But one thing that I see is one of the largest strong suits to this game is, okay, so you want to work on guards. Well, you can just as easily move over to airship and work on your airship. Yeah, and then, oh, hey, I want to do glory. Well, then you can just start doing glory and just start upgrading glory is get yourself stats in any number of places. Feel like you don't want to do that. All right, go to the catacombs. Go do your catacombs runs and just go ahead and do your plungers. You can basically level up your creature, and then you've got more stats coming off of the creation. I mean, so in a way, it's like the game's got lots of different loops, basically, for you to do. There's always something that you can gather, whether or not you're doing it or not freely. It's like that's the nice thing about it, right? Of course, you've also got like this event where you can basically just upgrade your cannon shots, blow up, freaking boats that are randomly going across the sea and for some mysterious reason are shooting you, which I don't know what I did to deserve that, but, here we are. And of course you can get a mermaid and you can have the mermaid go out and gather for you, and it's like, okay, I don't know why the mermaid's got to go out and grab things for me, but here we are. And then of course you got the curiosities. Now I just happened to get a couple of curiosities, and it's so far working out pretty well. Of course, as you can see, there's obviously a well, just like anything, right? The higher end, requires ebony essence and copper essence, but most importantly, the actual handbooks. Which, of course, there's, a little bit of work involved tied to those, but, oh boy, I could go on and on all day long, and in a way, it's like you really just never really quite know what you're going to run into. Um, I will say one of the largest grinds that I found, though, is actually getting your buildings set up where you've got a reasonable amount of resources coming in. One of the problems that I found is I'm like, I don't have enough iron mine, right? So, of course, I'm trying to build, and I'm running into the fact that I don't have master axes, and all of the extra tiles that I need, can't really get, and so it's kind of a fate by balance type deal. Now, conveniently, I am going around and gathering, it's kind of like the normal grind in these games is to basically find resources, gather when you're AFKing, and then go out and hit threats as you do things, right? And you just rinse and repeat that cycle pretty much, and that's the game, and it's like, okay, it's not like, by no means is it bad, but with the portraits and such, there's a lot of content there. I mean, as far as the different things you can do, but well, anyway, and of course the cat's like, ah, yes. So, should a person play GOG? I think so. I mean, I think it's a pretty good time killer. Out of a lot of games that you can play free to play, you can really time kill in this game, actually, really surprisingly well. There's a lot of free to play content that is just sitting around. You can really get away with just doing a lot of random things and don't really have to spend. But if you are going to spend, I think the main thing that jumps out at me that gives you the most value is the adventure badge and getting the perks. And then there's quite a bit of value also in the honor challenge and grabbing all the loot in here and just doing your challenges. I think between those two, it's really, that's where a lot of the focus is. That, more or less, that's kind of my 2 cents so far, as far as Guns of Glory is concerned. And of course, make sure you guys check that out if you are spending on the game, and if that's something that interests you, then make sure to check it out down below and watch that video that I got on it to kind of learn how to install it and all that jazz. But otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video.